So I'm going to come on tonight about 8 o'clock, and we're going to have a chat again about energy because I was supposed to finish it off the other day and I didn't because I got carried away in the flow with talking about whatever I was talking about. Um, you know, Nikola Tesla, 369, energy, vibration, and frequency. We are all energy vibrating at certain frequencies. This is why I keep saying people need to get their frequencies, their energy centres, places into check, and keep checking in on them, because I've just had something come up today where I thought, well, yeah, that's an experience I've had, and it's an experience I use quite a lot to show people, especially with narcissistic people. Hang on a minute. Yeah, a mindset, and I have talked about this before. It's not really anything new, but it's important because of the times that we're going through and what's coming forth with how it's going to affect people's mindsets, which does affect people's energy of, is your frequency going to be brought down or is it going to be put up? And there's 7 in the chat, my favourite number. I've also realised as well that some things that have been going on recently with people in their energies, I've just realised today why that is as well. Because of the channels I like to shout out, and those channels are into a certain something that I'm into, and I know these other people aren't, and that's, I think, one of the reasons why they attack, which is ridiculous, but there you go. I see 8 people, can't see anyone saying anything. So if anyone's there, say hi. But yeah, it's important that people keep checking in on their energy and looking at where. Hi, Candy Cane. Good morning. When you're residing in a certain lower energy, especially a lower energy, negative, which you'd call, what it is that's putting you in that energy. You know, you've got to look at it. I will be going through, you know, a bit of a story, because it's an experience and it keeps popping up. But like I said, I'll be shouting out a few channels that I've just seen this morning that are doing good stuff, because obviously we all know a lot of us on YouTube are just here to try and raise the frequency for people, to help them see not to get lost in the negativity, whatever way you're doing it. You know, there's communities shouting out there at other communities because you're not doing it right. I'm not supposed to do it your way. I'm supposed to do it my way. It's a frequency you're giving out in a message. It's not always the message, it's a frequency. People who can't seem to get that and want to shout at other people are lowering their self and are mad. And that comes from fear, basically. Finally caught the live. Oh, is it Sandra? Hi. I've not seen your name in here before. So I do it the way I do it. It's like I've said before, people can hone in on their best gifts or qualities or the area that they love to do, and people will go naturally to those channels that they resonate with. I don't, you know, you don't need to be shouting at people telling them this, that, and the other. People will just go with the flow and they'll resonate with certain channels the way they understand it. There's great channels out there, but there's some that I don't watch because I either don't resonate, or it's not because they're not telling the truth, it's just the way they put it across. I don't, you know, I am a visual learner anyway. So if someone's talking too much with too big of words, blah, 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 I just don't tune into it. Hi to... Morning, hi 4am here listening while I'm making a morning cappuccino and get ready for work. Oh, thank you, Howard. And it's like this book, Dianetics, that I got. You know, people think you shouldn't be looking at books, you shouldn't be looking at, you got your own knowledge. We know that, but still. And what's good about this book, Dianetics, because it's an old one, the page is yellow, and people go, oh, Scientology, oh, it's all mad that. It's actually not. And you know, I like reading stuff because you don't need validation, but it does give you that, yeah, we knew that, because there's always a knowing that we already knew anyway. We know that as well. But it's nice to just read over things. And what's good about this book is, in this Dianetics book, is at the bottom, if there's any big words in it, it tells you what them big words are, because it says at the beginning of the book, there's a lot of people, and that's like me, because I'm a bit dyslexic anyway, that will see a big word and then not get the whole page of what the book was about, because I'm like, what did that mean? Obviously, you could go Google it or whatever, but at the bottom of that book, it is like looking through a thesaurus or a dictionary or whatever to see what that word actually meant. So before you leave that page, you understand what that word meant. And it is about science and the mind, because everything is about the mind, which I'll be talking about tonight, because it goes in with energy. It is, you know, what you think. But I've said before, what's happening, 6 a.m. in what's CT? This is what I've said before, when we say as above, so below, it's a bit like the science has got to come together with the mystical. That's why I always shout out the dark crystal, because you have the skeptics, and then you have the mystical ones. Connecticut, sorry, I can't say the Connecticut. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. The skeptics and the mystics. So it's a bit like those realms that people don't normally believe in. Then you got the scientists. Well, there's a lot of pseudoscience out there, but them two worlds have got to come together to join, because not all scientists know everything, and a lot of scientists keep you away from a lot of stuff as well. So it's those worlds aligning as well. You'll say it many different ways, but it's all the same. It's all the same. So yeah, so like I said, I've just been watching 2 videos, which I'll shout out after, because I'm just finishing off the end of one of them, and it is about this knowing of, I mean, obviously I do my show on my own. I'd love to be in a round table with somebody, people that I resonate with. But yeah, I've just noticed something about the people that I shout out, and I'll talk about that tonight. But we're just here doing what we're doing to raise the frequency and help people see with what's coming. As I have said and said and said months on end, don't stay stagnant, and don't stay in that when you go down the rabbit hole searching and seeking truth and all that, because that won't do you any good. It'll drag your energy down. But that's what I'll talk tonight. The way I talk about it, the way I see it, the way I explain it, because that's just me being me. Other people don't like it. They need to jog on. So who's in chat? I'll call you Univ. Sandra, Howard, and Candy Kane, and anyone else who's in the background. Even the lurkers that like to go and report to other people because they ain't got nothing better to do. And even the bots as well. High Earth Mystic 1111. I should say 1111. But yeah, so I'm going to come on about 8. Yes, you can attain truth doing art, and that's why I've learned that is one of my light language. When I was talking about light language, I used to think light language was just a sort of language that came out on a song, but I do believe I sort of do that with the orb thing. I put it up last night because that energy comes in. I know when I film off my phone, it's not very clear, but you can see the orbs. I need a new phone, basically. But yeah, it's through your art, and I'm always drawing, always creating. I've said that before. I mean, the things that I'm always drawing at the minute are always women. I've got my paintings that come from me, even though there's people out there that like to say different because they're reflecting. And I will be talking about reflecting yourself on others tonight as well. We've all done it. We all do it. Mirroring your shadow self, because there's a lot of shadows going about at the minute with all this energy of what's right, what's wrong, what's going on. People getting muddled up in a lot of other energies that are flying about, because that energy's flying about, and then they're getting caught up in all that. So it's probably going to be a long chat tonight, and I will just go with the flow with whatever comes out. I'll try and write notes down, but to me that never really works. I just go with the flow. But art, like I said the other day, light language is anything that comes from creator with flow. Dance, art, you could be an architecture, you could be a sing-songwriter, That's why they mess with music and hurts. A lot of us know that. But yeah, whatever's divinely, you know, given to us of how we express that way, you know, and people have different ways of doing it. I love art. Someone else might like playing the flute, you know, but when they put their heart and soul into it, you know, that frequency, that love vibe of, because they love doing it so much and that feeling to it, it's light language to me, because light is love. We're not talking about the false light, because people go on about that and then they like to think that people are coming from the false light because they're talking about the light. You know what the light is, because you'd feel it. We talk about that, the false light, if you went to the light, and then it might be the archons or whatever trying to trick you, if you've ever heard of that. I believe the way you'd know is not because, say for instance, there might be a light tunnel and your family are at the end of it, so you know that it's a light. I'd say it's more of a feeling. Tune into that feeling, that frequency of what that thing is you're seeing, because the dark does play tricks and you know, pretends to be something it's not sometimes, because it'd come in the form that it'd want to trick you in. So it'd come as somebody or something that maybe, you know, you had a really good frequency on, you know, somebody, something. So that may have passed and you believe it's that. So yeah, there's all that going on as well. So anyway, I'm going to go and I should see you about 8 o'clock-ish or just after. But just look out, because like we know, a lot of people don't get notifications anyway. People keep asking me how I'm feeling, and I'm like, yeah, I still feel quite neutral in a weird sense, but the energy, like, it's not a brilliant day today. It's pretty grey, but grey's like black and white in the middle, innit? But you can feel the change all around, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing the people that are doing the roundtables, the chats that they're having, all for helping people. You know, it's great. Highly, highly resonate with, and the people I'll be shouting out tonight. Ooh, one of the persons on a certain round table, I'll be giving a shout out just because this person makes me laugh. She reminds me of me when she's ranting. And you're told not to get angry, not to rant. Yes, you can, as long as you don't stay in it. It's when you stay in a certain energy for days on end, or weeks on end, or months on end, or you're staying in something from years ago because somebody said you were something or whatever, or your family. Like I've said, it doesn't define who you are now. You choose to define what is you. You know, nobody else can tell you what you are. Like certain people were trying to tell me the other day, I know myself. No one else knows me like I know me. No one else knows you like you know you. So don't let people bring you down or tell you something just to bring your vibration down, because that's what they do. And I will be talking about that after. And these people know that. Some people might not know it, like deep down they do, but you know, some people don't know they're doing it because they're so brainwashed. But some people out there actually do know they're doing it. They do know they're doing it. I'm really struggling with negative people. I can't stand it. Well, Earth Mystic 1111, I'll be talking about that tonight, because that goes into the whole chat of energy. Like I had those people the other day. I believe it's because of all the shit being kicked up at the minute, with truth coming out and this going on, and everyone's well, I'm not saying everyone's fighting in communities. People want to fight in communities because it's not their way. And it's just all that negativity. So we're going to be talking about that tonight, and how not to get caught up in it all. You do sometimes, we do, but it's just don't stay in that negativity too long, you know, because that's when it becomes a problem, if people are dwelling on it. And I think this is what other people do on the side that like to cause drama. But with drama comes karma. So anyway, like I said, you're all great in chat. There's new people beginning to, I don't know if you knew, like the Sondra, I've never seen your name before. I don't know if people are popping up now because they feel they'd like to say hi. Come and say hi. It's a great chat. You know, the people in my live chats are great. We don't have that much, you know, drama going on, even though it'll kick up now and again with what's going on. But it's nice to see that there's other people there that I've not, you know, the names that I've not seen before. You know, and you should speak up. It's a time for speaking up. It's throat chakra. It's truth. That is, speak your truth. I speak my truth. Some people don't like it because it's not their truth. Well, it's my truth for now. It may move to something else. down the line. But for my truth for now is how I talk, the way I talk, when I get triggered, whatever I do, because I talk as I'm in the moment. And if I get triggered in the moment, it's just me being me, my true authentic self. I'm not pretending to be something I'm not, like some people like to put out there. You know, I'm just me. And I know people resonate with it because they do it as well. And it's about being real. You know, real in the moment, because it's all about being in the moment. So, yeah, and because, you know, a lot of us have been through traumas in certain different ways, but trauma's trauma, pain's pain. We like to help people, to show them how to get through that pain and not be in that pain anymore. Because if you're a real feeling soul being, you don't want people to feel that way. But you do have to put your boundaries up with some people, because if all they're doing is dragging your energy down, it's just like, look, I don't want to be around you. I just don't resonate at the minute. Maybe in the future, but right now, not right now. You still have to have boundaries. You still have to have tough love. You can't let everybody walk all over you. You know, because that's the fakeness in the spiritual community, I believe, is where they just think you should bow down to everything. Be like, you know, let your guard down, let your energy field down. No, no, no. You're an inspiration, Dolly. Everyone, have a wonderful day. Love you all. Where we go, when we go. Well, thank you, Howard. And the same back to all of you too. And I will see you tonight about 8 o'clock or just after, depending if I'm making a cup of tea and I've took me a few minutes to sort myself out. But yeah, it'll be about all that chat. And I do think that will help some people, because I know people are feeling it. I'm feeling it. So I know other people are feeling it. You know, we are all connected. So where we go, when we go all. And I'll see you tonight. Bye.